part here at the top. It's more hidden than the rest, and it's actually protected from the inside and outside for a little area. It has, I believe it to be the innermost part of this backpack and the most water resistant. Like I said, it's not waterproof, but it's more resistant. So I have the more sensitive things in here. And the top here, I'm sure you've all seen this before, know what it is. You might be wondering why I've got one as a guy. There's actually quite a few things you can do with a tampon. First of all, the inside cotton can be used as a bandage. You can filter water with it. You can turn it into a survival filter straw. You can use it for tinder. You can make a wick out of it. If you got some rendered animal fat, you can make a wick out of it. You can take it down for cordage for small snare traps or a deadfall trap, something like that. You can use the cotton to make fletchings for blow darts or arrows, things like that. Here's some more of the sandwich bags that I keep, just an extra precaution. This is actually a electronic piece. It's a red dot sight for one of the rifles that I have. Quick attach. Picked this up at a outdoor store. Actually less than $80. I like this type as opposed to the Edc-Tex brand. I know a lot of people, you're playing in Call of Duty or Battlefield 3, you know, they're real big on the Edc-Tex brand. Not only are they more expensive, but I think they're more cluttered. If you're actually trying to look down the rifle, this just has a wire frame as opposed to a big hunk of plastic. No, this doesn't have the waterproof rating that the Edc-Tex does, but it's still shockproof. But it's a lot easier if you're trying to bring it up into your sights and see. You can still see the surrounding area instead of a bunch of plastic, like looking down a rifle scope barrel. So I keep that in there. I keep it in the plastic. I've also got some dryer lint. I know we talked about this before. It's just the same as the cotton balls. Keep it with some petroleum jelly. This stuff will start fires and burn pretty long. I've got another lighter in there just in case I run out of fluid in mine for whatever reason. It's good to always have a backup. And I believe that's it up there. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the inside of this pack. I'm sure a lot of you probably already have some ideas of what might be in there. I think a lot of you might be surprised. Let's tear into it. Now, the first thing you'll see on top is some different tapes. I don't know any prepper that's going to be without duct tape, so that's pretty important. And I also have some electrical tape. I don't know how many electrical pairs I might have to do, but I like the fact that it is somewhat waterproof, as long as whatever you're taking doesn't have any kind of moisture on it, but it'll keep the water out. And it's black, so you can wrap things in it to conceal the colors that they are if you want to be a little more covert. And there's not a real big shine factor on this. It's kind of a matte finish, so that's good to keep too. And I also have a little bat here that I got. This actually came off of a trophy. It was part of the stand. It was like a 2-tier trophy. Had rods that went through it. You can pack these full of other useful things. It's pretty solid, hard wood, good for beating on stuff. This is pretty much an alternative weapon to the gun. If I do find myself in a situation, whether it be an animal or a person, I'd rather fend them off with this and maybe hurt something or knock them out instead of putting a bullet in them and you know, taking their life. So that's an alternative method there. And then I also have this MRE here. It's a full day meal. Has the heater in there, and it has the sides and everything. It's supposed to be for a full day. It's got snacks, desserts, the sides, like I said, drink in there, the heater to heat the meal. So it gives you, I think it's like 1,500 calories for the full day. So I've got a day's worth of food on me anyway, and I've got some water. So I believe I could get pretty far with that. Like I said, I've got some other food options on me too for some quick energy. And then I also have some material in here, basically just some prepper manuals, survivor manuals that I keep in there, fairly big, kind of bound together. Those are good for me. I've got a couple of pieces of cardboard in there that's mostly for the pack to keep its rigidity, keeps it standing up straight, keeps anything from imprinting on the outside of the bag, helps it stand up on its own. Because I do have a couple of rifles in here, I don't want them falling over and knocking all over the place. They're good spacers, keeps everything cushioned real nicely, and keeps everything from imprinting, like I said. Now, this here is one of the things that I alluded to earlier. It's the Edc-Tex Sub 2000. This rifle is chambered in .40 caliber. They also make a 9mm version. I was telling you earlier, I keep mine. I have the .40 caliber version because that's what my Glock is, so I can carry the two together. And this unfolds pretty much in a snap. I've done some custom work on it. It's got a quad rail, foregrip. I put my red dot sight right on top there. Pop in the 33 round mag. If I have to go from the pistol, I can go straight to the rifle. Like I said, the mags are interchangeable, and I can pretty much get in the fight right where I'm at now. So this is for larger game or larger groups of hostiles. If I happen to be in a situation like that, I still feel pretty confident that I'll be able to make it home tonight. Okay, now one of the other things I have in here is this Henry survival rifle. This is chambered in .22. That's why I have the .22s in there also. This package, I haven't tested it myself. There's been a lot of others that have done reviews on these, and you can look it up. It's sealed off pretty good with this rubber gasket for the butt pad. Keeps everything waterproof on the inside, and it's very lightweight. Both of these, in their smaller forms, when they're folded, are 16-inch, and this one says it'll float. I haven't tried it. Other people have. Right, so you pop this butt plate off. Keeps everything nice and sealed. It's got one magazine in there. Got the action for the rifle. Holds the barrel on the inside. I'll show you how this goes together pretty easy here. Just line these slots up here, make sure everything's lined up. Screw this on, make sure everything's on all the way. And for the purpose of this video, this magazine isn't loaded right now for safety reasons. Back on. Set this in the back. Screw this little wing nut here. Everything's attached all nice and easy. It has a big thumb safety here. Lock it back, and you're ready to go. Now it has a ghost ring sight on the back you can line up, but it also has a rail to where you can put a scope on there too. It's not the same as the Picatinny rail, it's just a regular old rifle scope rail. I don't have one. I've taken this to the range a few times, and for hunting smaller game, squirrels and rabbits, stuff like that, if you had to use this, 22 round is actually good enough to save your life. I mean, getting shot's getting shot. If you had to shoot at somebody, this would take them down, and you could use this for safety too, and it's accurate enough out of the box, and it is adjustable for elevation. I don't think you get much windage out of it, but it's a pretty good rifle. I keep it with me all the time, so that's those two. And then I've got a change of clothes in here, socks, undershirts, and some underwear. But that's pretty much it. And I believe the stuff in this bag will allow me to get home through any situation that I might find. There's a lot more stuff out there, I know. I don't have any of the fancy little pocket tools with wrenches and things that other people have. I've got some of that stuff in my bug out bag. I've just used this stuff so I can get back home to my bag. So that's all the stuff that I have in my bag. On the next episode, we'll show you what Ghost keeps in his bag. And his bag is actually quite a bit different from mine. Like I said, everyone's everyday carry bag is a little different. As you can see, mine's kind of set up to weather the storm a little bit. I don't have any means for fishing unless I see some shallow ponds, stuff like that. I'm not really concerned about fishing on my way back to the house. I just kind of want to survive whatever situation might have me on foot and get me back there as quick as possible. And so there's some ideas for you. There's a lot more stuff out there that I'd like to have in my own bag that I don't have yet. But every day is a learning experience, and I'm constantly looking and finding and seeing more. If you want to, in the comments, go ahead and leave some comments on what you guys carry. We'd love to hear from you. And on the next episode, we'll see what Ghost has in his bag. Believe me, it's quite a bit different from mine.